Hello all and welcome. This is the second episode of my signal and circuit experiments, and today we are live from the bedroom where I have my setup. Last time I had to explore, or I was really fond of exploring rings, so I wanted to start there again and try to see where it kind of takes me. I just have a simple patch running right now in C minor, and I'm really fond of the double orange patch here, where the notes doesn't stick too long. Right now I have the structure turned all the way down, and I can introduce the fifths as well here. Taking the brightness a bit down as well. Last time I did the signal and circuit experiments, it was in a small cabin. I realized that my internet connection wasn't really that great, so there was probably a lot of lacking. So I really do hope that this is better and that it will work okay. Same with the sound. If there's anything, do let me know in the comments or in the chat, I suppose. I'll try to mute the audio and also the mic. I have a very squeaky floor here at home, and or I guess it will probably add some character to the stream, but let's see. I think to begin with I should probably get some get this dual dagger filter running. I mean, ring sounds amazing by itself, but there's really a lovely character to it once you start to play with the filter. So let's just kill the audio and get some patch cables going here. I really do love this stereo filter. Turning. Let's try to get those fifths back in. I actually do think I prefer them out. Really love the effect when you turn it off, or like zero out the structure where it goes into this deep octave. I think I'm gonna introduce the data bender into this. It's a relatively new module in my setup, and I really do like the how to say, the glitchy effect. Maybe let's run. Let's do some repatching here. Let's get rings into the matrix mixer at first, so we have some sort of control over what's happening. And then from the filter into the data bender instead. A lot of the times I don't really know where this is going or what the actual output is going to be, but at least I think you can never go wrong with the data bender. At least I'm extremely fond of the sound. Let's bring it back. Already now we're starting to get some really interesting effects. I really like to play with the blend option here. I have the data bender running half the speed in terms of the clock. So this is really, really lovely actually. Try to get the repeats up. So the data bender really has two types of saturation. I find that the hard, I guess it's the hard clipping, the blue mode on it, is too harsh for my liking, even though I'm really fond of distortion in general. So in terms of the settings, I tend to go for the corrupt yellow mode. I have no idea what it's called, but it's a much more soft clipping. Try to bring it a bit up. maybe a bit more. Now you can really hear it starting to kick in. I've tried to turn the audio a bit more up. Hope that it's not clipping anywhere. Let's try to introduce some more tones. Maybe actually bring everything an octave up. I really like the general feel and atmosphere that is in this patch already. It has like the right amount of predictability combined with this glitchiness that the data bender brings. Hey Toto Robin, welcome. No, the data bender is actually quite new in my setup. I think I was a bit hesitant to add it in because of the chaos. In general, I'm maybe a bit of a control freak, but I really do like what it brings to the table, or to the patch, or to the main case. It's probably time to introduce another favorite module of mine, the Ghost. Let me just take away the audio so that we don't have any unfortunate clipping or me taking out the patch cables. So already here I really do like the distortion effect on the ghost. To my liking, I don't believe we have enough reverb. So let's actually bring in one of my all-time favorites, the Monsoon, aka Clouds. I have 2 of these in my rack for the exact same reason. Exactly, all the reverb. Okay, so this would probably be like a starting point for a piece, I guess. Having the foundation, having the right amount of reverb and glitchiness. I guess my next move, I guess, would be probably to introduce some sort of pad into it. Yeah, let's actually try that. Let's try to plates or plats, I guess, depending on how you pronounce it. Hey Sports, welcome. Happy to see you. Welcome to Signal and Circuit Experience, which is like basically me chatting about my setup and exploring modules and new patches. I thought it would be fun because usually I only do performances, and I've gotten a lot of questions in terms of my main case and the way that I patch. So I thought it would be fun just to sit and chill and yeah. And yeah, as you write, I won't be able to see the rig up close. Okay, I kind of lost it. Oh yeah, the Plats. So right now I have the plates going into my EFI filter, which is, by the way, an amazing filter. It has this cap on the back that you can remove, and then it totally freaks out in terms of the resonance and almost becomes a distortion effect. So I guess it wouldn't be me without at some point introducing the Star Lab, my little ambient machine. I know the feeling, Totorovi. I totally do. The only downside with the Star Lab is that it is so massive. Ah, there we go. Let's turn the shimmer down, keep the glimmer, open the filter. With big HP comes huge reverb. Let's introduce a D as well. Yes. So something I really like to do as well is to introduce some air into the pads that I'm working with. A good way that, or at least for me, a good way to do that is by introducing a noise element to it. So let's try that. Got this noise and filter from Verbus. Bringing up the delay from the ghost and actually opening the filter a bit more on the rings. Hey Loop Noise, welcome to the astral chatting adventure. Good to see you. Okay, so I think it's time to introduce you guys to another baby of mine. It's my lovely Element. I was going back and forth in terms of purchasing it some years back, because I had the Rings clone. But I really found it to be so much more, and so much more than just an expansion of Rings. You might be able to see that behind my rack I actually have some pedals left over from when I was playing guitar. I have a Big Sky, and I also have it's called a Mud Pony. It's from a Danish company called T-Rex. I have no idea if they still exist today. But I actually found that bringing elements into that noisy, reverby atmosphere really opened up, or maybe kind of defined the sound that I like to work with. Let's give it a go. I do hope that you're all having a good evening, day, morning, wherever you are. It's nighttime here in Copenhagen. My kids are asleep, at least for now. So it gives me the quiet me time and don't have to deal with other people after a long day. So I really do appreciate that. Hey, thanks a lot, Totoropping. And I do really appreciate you guys being here. It's really great. Okay, let's give elements some love. Well, happy finish work day, Luke. That's awesome. Just listen to that screaming elements. That's so great. like working with the glide when doing these screaming atmospheric element sound. Could probably exaggerate it a bit more. At least from the F to the G. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised, but this is really great. Absolutely love this mood. I'm just reaching over the camera to get some more patch cables. Because now I'm really hooked. Okay, let's get the black VCO into this mix. It's kind of lonely, so let's give it some friends to play with. Hey Janice, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to the Astral Adventures. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this. There's the base, guys. Hey Mary, welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy Astral Thursday. how's the sound level at your end? Because it looks good here, but it's always incredibly hard to kind of know what it sounds like. I've also tried to put a compressor on the mic to lower the volume whenever I speak. It's probably annoying as hell if you just want to enjoy the music, but hope you'll live with it. Good to hear. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Luke. That's really great to hear, I guess, or read. Oh, hey, Mary. Close, but no cigar. I'm Danish, but I actually have a German heritage on my father's side. Yeah, I guess it's the same. That's right. I guess the only, or not the only, but one of the ways that I at least differ from probably my German heritage is that I rarely, as in never, have 4 on the floor. I've kind of made it my mission not to use any sort of drums, at least in my work. Okay, that's actually not entirely true. I do partner up with a guy. His name is Then They Letting Go. We've done some work together, and we tend to stream from time to time. And whenever we're streaming together, he's kind of in charge of the rhythm section in our big band. But when it's just me alone, I don't have any drums or percussive elements. That at least is not a ARP or something like that. And properly speaking about signature sound, there's one thing that kind of makes the electro sound for me. And that's a straight up boring ARP melody. So I think I'm gonna enrich this absolutely amazing screaming astral atmosphere with what I like to think of as my signature ingredient. So let's get the CSL from Instro up and running as well. It started to get crowded with patch cables. I don't know if you guys know the feeling. Yeah, Mary, you'll probably notice some Star Wars fan fiction on the left arm. Lego Star Wars. Speaking about the Danish. Okay, let's go all over the box and introduce the other big ass module, the Magneto from Strymon as well. My Star Lab needed to have a friend. And of course, no astral adventure is complete without introducing a second cloud. Okay, so this is gonna be the like the really trial and error part of this patch, doing this harp melody that I kind of tend to think about as my signature or signature sound. So let's give it a go and see where we end up. Oh, sorry about that. Big arms, bigger sound. Okay, this is like flying. I mean, wow, this is great. Let's try to give it some space. It's almost like a choir singing in the background. I really, really like this. Okay, let's get the band together. And to think that this patch started out with me just wanted to play with rings and data bender. I mean, like, this is absolutely amazing. Couldn't agree more, Mary. Absolutely good vibes. So Data Venter has this purple mode where you, I don't know, it's some sort of resonance filter that is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I could absolutely just sit for hours and drift into this amazing mood that we've created now. Okay, I'm just gonna let it sit, both with you and with me, for a couple of minutes before ending the stream. It's been an absolute pleasure having you guys here, and I'm so proud of what we've achieved in this little space and time. You being here means more to me than you could ever imagine. Your time is truly the most real thing that we have. So thank you so much. Thank you for spending your time and lending me your ears. Hey, thanks, Luke, and I'm glad that you made it through the dark forest. If you have a moment to spare, then just look up at the sky. Take everything in and just be in the moment. This is not Earth anymore. And gravity is definitely optional tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for hopefully enjoying this astral adventure as much as I do. I'll be streaming again on Sunday. Maybe actually also tomorrow. I kind of really like this format. On Sunday I'm gonna be on the Stream Sunday together with my friend Dandy Letting Go. It's a different format. There will be 4 on the floor. I will try to squeeze some ambient in. But it's a jam session, and then let's see where it takes us. Thank you so much, and enjoy your day, your afternoon, your evening. Enjoy the skies wherever you are. So until next signal, take care, guys.